This week I'm testing the all-new Hyundai Staria. It's an 8-seater people mover. Let's find out how good it is as a baby drive. And don't forget to subscribe and like and follow us on our socials. The child seat section of this video is brought to you by Infotainment. In the back of the Hyundai Staria, there are top tether anchorages on the back of all 3 second row seat backs. They're right down the bottom, so with a lot of rear-facing child restraints, you do need an extension strap. There are Isofix in the 2 outer second row seats. They are within plastic guides and really nice and easy to connect to. Now, it's really spacious across this second row, and I found we could easily fit 3 child seats across there. In this instance, I've installed the Serene rear facing and the Optima rear facing and the Roma 2 in the central seat. But I think you would fit any 3 full-size child seats across here. A passenger can easily sit in this central seat between 2 child seats. It's really spacious back here. In the 3rd row of the Staria, there are no top tether anchorages or Isofix. However, you could put the versatile folding booster seats back there, for example, because they don't require top tether anchorages. If you want to learn more about the child restraints used in this video, just click on the link here. The Staria has great 3rd row access. As long as you're using Isofix instead of the seatbelt to secure your child seats in place, then you can slide this 2nd row forward and easily climb through to the 3rd row. Legroom is fantastic throughout the Staria. We can fit a 6-foot passenger in the 3rd row and in the driver's seat, with a rear-facing child seat in the 2nd row. There are 7 airbags in the Staria. They include protection for the 3rd row passengers, and there's a central airbag that comes down between the front 2 passengers as well. There's also 3-point seatbelts throughout the Staria. There are aircon vents in the rear ceiling for both rear rows of passengers. There's also controls in the 2nd row, and if you've got fiddly-fingered little kids, you can lock those and control the rear climate through the media screen. There are built-in window blinds in both rows of rear windows, which is really good for shading our little passengers from the sun. Storage in the back of the Staria is really good. In the 3rd row, there are 2 cup holders on either side of the seats and a tray big enough for an iPad. In the 2nd row, there are mat pockets on the back of both front seats, and there's a little net there that you can put a phone in too. The mat pockets will hold and conceal an iPad. In the back of the central console box, there are 2 cup holders. They'll hold a reusable and a disposable coffee cup, and a large refillable water bottle fits in them too. Below them are 2 USB and a 12-volt socket, and below that is a little drawer that will hold a phone. There are 2 more bottle holders in each of those rear doors. Storage in the front is even better. The central console box is enormous. In the top of it, there are 2 cup holders. They'll easily hold a reusable and a disposable coffee cup, and a large refillable water bottle fits in there too. Underneath is cavernous. There's lots of storage space in there, and there's a little hidden shelf as well, which is good for your mobile phone. Now, the central dash has got your wireless phone charging shelf. Below that is a pop-out cup holder that's good for a reusable or disposable coffee cup. Underneath that is another storage shelf, and you've also got your 2 USB and 12-volt socket there too. And below that is another large storage shelf. When it comes to glove boxes, there's actually 3. So one in the normal place, that will hold your iPad with the manual. And then on top of the dash, there are 2 more. They will hold your sunglasses or your phone, because there's not a sunglasses case in the ceiling. Now, the door bins are multiple too. The ones at the bottom will hold many large refillable water bottles. There's another that will hold an iPad, another for your phone, and a little one on top, which is good for the key. The Staria has smart opening powered sliding doors, so they sense when the key fob is nearby and automatically open, which is really handy when you come to the car and you're carrying your baby. You can put them straight into their seats. I love the sliding doors of these people movers. It means that you're not having to worry about your kids opening the back doors into parked cars around it. You can also open and close both doors and the boot from the key fob. The Staria has a smart powered tailgate, so when you walk up to the boot with the key on your person, the boot door automatically opens, leaving your hands free to carry your children and all their school things and put them straight into the boot. It's fantastic. It also has a nice flat floor in here, and look how big it is. I can even stand a twin pram up in here. Let's find out how much we can fit in the boot. When using all 8 seats, it will hold 16 shopping bags, or a twin stroller and 12 shopping bags, a double pram and 8 shopping bags, a single pram and 11 shopping bags, or a compact stroller and 13 shopping bags, or a very large dog. When only using 5 seats, it will hold 24 shopping bags, or a twin stroller and 18 shopping bags, a tandem pram and 16 shopping bags, a single pram and 19 shopping bags, or a compact stroller and 21 shopping bags, or a very large dog. The all-new Staria is based on the same technology as the Santa Fe SUV, which means you get the best of both worlds. SUV capability with the space and practicality of a people mover. For example, the Staria uniquely comes with Hyundai's H-Track all-wheel drive system. That's if you go for the 2.2 litre diesel engine like the one I'm driving. Or there's front-wheel drive if you go for the 3.5 litre petrol V6. All-wheel drive people movers are rare, especially at this price point. And both engine choices, including the all-wheel drive diesel, are available from entry-level Staria through to the top-spec Highlander. The Staria People Mover is a really enjoyable car to drive. You sit really nice and high up over the front wheels, so you've got great visibility out of the front, so when you're parking and manoeuvring it's really nice and easy. Now the turning circle is really good. It's not as good as the Carnival, but it is still fantastic for a vehicle of this size, and the steering is nice and light. Now for a people mover with all-wheel drive, it's really rare and it's a really affordable option, and you can even get that all-wheel drive at the base entry level, which is really good. It's also got the 2.5 tonne towing capacity, the same as the Santa Fe too. I have found these really big windows. They're really good for visibility, and it's great to be able to see all the way out of the car, even when you're loaded up with child seats. However, I have found while I'm driving along, especially in the sun, that I do get a little bit cooked down the right hand side. The Staria is full of cameras. You can put on the rear view camera while you're driving along just by pressing a button on the dash. It's great to be able to see, especially because it's such a big vehicle, and when you're loaded up with child seats, it gives you really good visibility out of the back. Also, when you're changing lanes or indicating, in the driver's display screen, you've got monitor views there, so you can see down the side of the vehicle. Really fantastic for when you're changing lane or turning. There's a rear passenger view monitor in the back of the Staria, which allows you to spy on your little ones while you're driving along. It's fantastic for peace of mind while you're driving, because you can't see these little rear-facing passengers. The media system in the Staria is really nice and simple and easy to use. It's got a big 10.25-inch media screen. It's got sounds of nature, which is really good white noise at your fingertips. It's great for keeping little ones calm and sleepy in the back while you're driving along. There's also quiet mode, which is really good for bringing the sound to the front and not the back speakers, so if you've got little ones asleep or on devices in the back, you don't disturb them. There's also voice memo, which I've started using and enjoying, recording the funny conversations I have with my kids while we're driving. There's also the passenger view. You turn that on from the media screen too, and you've got sat nav and things like that here too. It's also got CarPlay and Android Auto as well. When I put it into reverse, the parking cameras are fantastic, and you've got this 3D view camera as well, which is really, really good. And you can turn the parking sensors off with a button down on the central dash. So to sum up with the Staria, what a people mover. This thing is amazing. It can fit those 3 child seats in nicely. It's so spacious in there that any size driver can fit in front of a rear-facing child seat. That boot space is epic. The media system is really, really good, and it's a great car to drive to.